This woman, she's trying to poison the food she made for her stepson. She brings out the poison and look around carefully to make sure that no one is around. She opened the food that she made for her stepson and she's trying to poison her stepson. She carefully sprinkled the poison on top of the food that she made for her stepson. She looks around and hurries up. Then she carried back the poisonous substance that she put on her stepson's food. Then she tried to mix the food very well so that the poison would not be noticed. Then she covered the food carefully and cleans up the table. And dust all of her body to make sure there is no trace of the poison. And then she's watching TV. Then she begins to call on her stepson, who is inside of the room. She calls his name, and then the stepson finally comes out to greet the stepmom. She greets him and she said, "I made and I served your favorite food." He said, "You served my favorite food." And then he opens it and he was so excited and begins to praise his stepmom and says he loves this food so much. Then immediately he tried to eat the food. His phone rang and he gets a call for a job interview, and they were asking him to come now, right away, that they are all waiting for him to come for the interview. Then he tells his stepmom that he needs to go out immediately for a job interview, that he's going to eat this food when he comes back. Mom insists that he takes a spoon or takes a little so that he will have more energy for the interview. But he insists that he's going to come back and face the food. Then he tells his stepmom to help him cover the food so that when he comes back, he can face the food. And then she was so disappointed and sad because her plan did not work. And then she said to herself, "Don't worry, you will come back and eat this food. I will be here waiting for you so that when you come back, you will finish this food." She was so disappointed because her plan has failed this time. And then she continued watching TV. Not too long, she begins to feel sleepy and tired. And then she was dozing off in the sitting room while watching TV. Then she begins to fall asleep because she's tired and was feeling sleepy. Then she relaxed a bit in the living room, trying to wait for the son to come back. But then she slept off while the food was in front of her. She wakes up from her sleep a few minutes later and subconsciously, not knowing that the food is still in the living room, then she walks into her room to sleep properly. While she goes into the room and then she leaves the food on the table. Then her old son comes back from school, all happy, smiling and excited with a toothpick because he had eaten from outside. But then he sees another food on the table and rushes off to start eating the food. Then he looks around and sees nobody in the house. And then the food is also his favorite food. Then he begins to eat the food, not knowing that this food has been poisoned by his own mom. The food was poison for the stepson to eat the food so that our son would inherit the husband properties. But unfortunately, our son begins to eat the food, which was poisoned by his mom, was now sleeping in the room. He's enjoying every bit of the meal because he likes food a lot. The food is so sweet that he cannot help but continue eating. And then he begins to feel burning sensation in his stomach. Then he begins to notice some pains in his stomach. But then he locks it up and said, no, it's just a regular pain. And then he continued eating the food and is excited, but then he feels a sharp pain in his stomach and he could no longer bear this pain. This is the poison taking effect in his stomach and is slowly passing out. And is forced to the ground and begins to jerk and shakes. And that is how he lost his life for eating the food. Thank you guys for watching this video. May God bless you all. Please like and share and also drop your comment under the comment section.